Home Depot. I'm not angry at you. I'm just disappointed. So today we have here the first Home Depot prop of the season, which is the Grave and Bones animated LED Cabernet Casualty. Okay. Weird name, but I'm really excited to get this. Sorry there's been no videos. I haven't had much Halloween news to share, so but we do have this, so let's unwrap it and see how it looks. All right, so let's get this guy open. Good. Some sort of base of right there. Must be the clothes. Plug. Arm. That's obviously the pop-up mechanism. There she is. There you have it. Cabernet Casualty Vineyards. Here's all the pieces. 3 parts of the barrel. Torso, clothes, arm, lid, pop-up mechanism, base, frame for body, and then down here is the plug, and then there's a screw, which obviously is some sort of set screw for this mechanism here, for this base is what I'd have to guess. One thing I like to point out is that this piece right here has the volume control right here on the outside, which is good. Has a try me button and then a plug to plug it in. I wish there were a audio port on here, that'd be great. But I do not see one. I don't see anything here for audio. One other thing that's kind of neat, it's hard to tell, let's see, but this is the hinge right here that connects these two together. So this hinge here would connect against this hook right here. Kind of reminds me a little bit of, sorry for the feedback there, I'm bouncing my microphone off this, but it kind of reminds me a little bit of how the pumpkin stackers were put together. I have the 8-foot pumpkin stackers, which I love, and those have a really nice hook in there. Same kind of thing where they do this. They have a spring. So you hook this on there like this, and then you release it, and then this grabs it tight. So it's very similar to pumpkin stacker, although in the pumpkin stacker, there was more steel and this is plastic. Here's a good look right here of the stop switch. When you put the lid on it, it pushes this button and that will stop it from popping up. There's a little tab right here. This little tab right there, it sticks out. That goes in that slot right there, like that. Clockwise, you turn it, and then you'll feel it kind of lock into place. And you slide this up, remove this little catch here, insert it in the tube, and then you just put this little catch back on there again. And now it's locked into place. Be careful. There's nothing on the bottom of this to protect it from your floors. These are exposed screw heads. If you have a delicate floor, it will scratch it up. So be very careful during assembly. I think once it's completed assembly, these lock into the pieces of the barrel, but during assembly, just be careful. Fun fact, the instructions do not tell you to screw in the head to this, which they actually refer to as a launcher. Yes, they call this a launcher. So there are all kinds of warning messages on here, like this one, and also in the instructions that say, like, be careful, this thing can hurt you. So strangely enough, with all those warnings, it doesn't tell you to put this into the head and attach it to this hole in the launcher. What? So like, how many people are gonna put this together, not see this little tiny screw, which was labeled as K and attached to the plug? By the way, mine did not come with a Allen wrench, which, big deal, I have a whole bunch of them, but still, mine didn't come with one. And the instructions do not say it. Here's the instructions. It says K, small parts bag times 1. See that? K, small parts, line 1. Right there. Okay? So what are small parts, line 1? Right here. One bolt, 1 Allen wrench. Okay? Now, let's go through the instructions real quick. Let's look for where it says K anywhere in the instructions. Shall we? We shall. Okay. First screen. Do you see K anywhere? I don't. Second instruction. Do you see the letter K? I don't. But it does show you right there in this little weird view. And it shows a picture of the bolt. Does it say K? No. It says impact risk. Let me read this to you. Impact risk. Please be mindful of the launcher. Do not operate without the head assembled to the mechanism. Avoid being within 1 foot of the head during operation. That's it. There's no instruction there to actually say, use bolt K to secure head on launcher. Nothing there. Sorry for my rant, but like, come on, man. This is like product safety 101. Yeah, anyways, I'm fine. Just, come on, man. Come on. So like, I guess this thing actually has the proper name. I'll be honest. I just thought about this. Look, Cabernet Casualty. So let's think about this for a second. I hope people aren't drinking Cabernet as they're building this, because there will be a casualty. Like, come on, man. I think I'll be coming back to this a few more times during this video. Anyways, let's finish building this. Okay, so here's the back of the head, and bottom of the head, I should say. It's hard to see. You got this little square hole here. That's where the end of the launcher goes into. Here is said launcher. Now, what's interesting about the launcher is it's a square. Square means equal sides. Means it can fit no matter which way you put it on. Would it have been helpful once again for them to tell you, hey, this side, insert on this side, or make it a rectangle or add a tab or something? Yeah, that would have made sense. Does it say front or back on here? No. So once again, I've already test fit this a couple of times, and judging by how this fits, I would guess it goes on this way. There's like these little tabs right here and here, but like, I don't know, I'm guessing. So we're gonna try to assemble it this way. So this little blue wire forward, face forward, we're gonna slide this down here. I mean, it fits, it's on there. It looks like this. I don't think it's I mean, it's a little touching here, I guess. I don't know. Maybe. I guess. This doesn't touch anything, so that's good, I guess. This must be for here. So this will go on here, and this will be what holds up the clothes. Here's that screw. That will go, hard to tell up here, I'm sure. You can just barely make out the hole there. See the hole up here? This will go in here. Pardon me. Right there. Hard to see, I know. Okay, so that's in there. Let me tighten it with an Allen wrench, which I didn't get. Nice and tight. I think this, by the way, is a 4. Allen wrench is a 4, number 4. Okay, so we got to take another one of these little hooks off of here. Once again, it's just one of these. There's nothing super complex. You just push this in and pop it off. So this goes on here like so, and then you just take this little hook again and you put it in the hole and you're in. That just prevents this from flying off. It's locked in because, you know, it's called a launcher. All right, there is Velcro right here. There is Velcro right here. Velcro to Velcro, Velcro to Velcro. Easy for me to say. I am not a professional. Okay, so right here is another point for mounting of the arm. The arm has another one of these little guys on here. Like so. Pop this off, because once again, this is so it doesn't fall off because it is a launcher. The instructions don't say this, but remove this before you put the arm on. So just go ahead and slide this off if you can. Have a naked bar. Put the naked bar through the sleeve first to get this thing attached. Because the sleeve is way too tight. Naked bar, then arm, then do this. Slide it through. And then bend this down the arm. And then bring up the sleeve. That was way easier. Do it that way. Don't forget to put the hook. So for these little protectors, this stops these Velcros from attaching. I always leave them on there for storage reasons. I just peel them back like that. I'm not sure if you can tell. And then I use the Velcro like that. That way they're still on there so I don't lose them for storage reasons. So a few more things. When it comes to wiring on this, once again, the instructions are not great. It just shows a picture of just the wires going together. But it doesn't really list out where they are and what they're going to and what pieces go to what. So a note is the section that has the sensor on it, the one that actually has the Cabernet Casualty, that one has one for N1. N1 is down over here on the back side. The back side has the speaker on it right here. and also the volume. So that's this one. So that one connects to this one. These two connect together here, okay? Also, on the arm up here, so when you feed this through, and I had taken off the styrofoam to make it easier, make sure you have this going through the styrofoam, because this connects to this right here, which is on the torso. So the torso and the arm connect. So let's do that, torso and arm here. This is the only white on here, white to white connector, because it's a bit confusing because there are 2 yellow and 2 red connectors. Why they use the same colors? I don't know. So I'm assuming that these 2 here, because these are female ends, I'm sorry, yeah, these are female ends. These must go to this, because these are male ends, and these also have enough wire to go up, right? So when this thing launches, because it's a launcher, when it launches, these need to be attached to here. So this makes sense in that the ones that are attached to the upper part of the launcher go to the torso. That makes sense to me. Because strangely enough, again, these are the exact same shape for the ones that are at the bottom, and these ones down here connect to over here. So why they did that, I do not know. Frankly, I'm pretty surprised and disappointed at the setup here. Not that this is difficult, not that it's hard, it's just unnecessarily confusing. I've probably built about 40, 50 props over the years, and I build them every year, so I'm kind of used to how stuff goes together. And this is the first time I've actually been confused by a prop because I didn't have, like, for example, I had not looked at the back of this, or the front or the inside of it, whatever, and noticed that there was all these other markings on here. It's obviously next year when I put this together, it'll take me, 5 seconds because I know it, but right off the bat, I was a little confused because it just wasn't apparent. And these guys don't have labels on them. There's no letter or number on this. There's no letter or number on this, but strangely enough, these are labeled here. So it's like half labeled. I don't know if mine is special in that things were forgotten, or if everyone else is this way. So, I mean, if you have one of these already, let me know how your setup was, because I'm just confused because I've not seen this before where stuff is not labeled properly. I feel like I'm ranting a lot about this. I hope I like this prop and I don't have to send it back, because that would suck. But anyways, yeah, so I was saying before that these could scratch up your surface as you're building it, so just be careful. But here is where they ultimately will hook into. So the bottom of the tripod will go into these. So this obviously is the front. So front here, and this obviously is the front of the prop. So it'll go like this. So I will put this into here, like so. All right, it's in there, it's slid in there. All right, so that should be like that. Let's go ahead and, I guess, plug these over here. Also, it does not list like what order these attach to. I don't think it much matters from this point, but I'm gonna go ahead and just attach these guys to where they have to go. I'm assuming that the front piece that has the labeling, and then the piece that has this, right? So the piece that's got the sound attached to it, they should go next to each other, so that there's enough wire to connect them. But N1, G1, F1, those are all down here. All right, F1 to F1, Gee, look how easy that is when things are labeled. Wow, imagine that. Okay, here's G1. So there's a prop that I have that is pretty difficult to assemble, and it's from Spirit Halloween, and she's called Emmeline. Now, Emmeline is a little difficult because Emmeline has like really long levers and such on there, and it's a little difficult getting everything to piece together. So I'm used to seeing these kinds of clips with, you know, labeled and such, and for this guy, I was not expecting this to have connectors like this many connectors, first of all, and for them to be kind of not really labeled, and then the instructions not to call out where stuff goes. So once again, just surprised and a little disappointed. I'm going to pull a parent move. Home Depot. I'm not angry at you. I'm just disappointed. This setup is just not ideal. This is not ideal at all. Like I said, anyone else out there who has one of these, let me know. This is not great. This is not a fun experience, to be honest with you. This reminds me a lot of the pumpkin stacker. Doing this one-handed. There we go. Okay. It's a nice design. It really is. I've always liked the way that's set up on the pumpkin stacker. Oh gosh, how do I reach that way down there? That's not great. I'm not angry at you, Home Depot. I'm just disappointed. Okay? Just disappointed. Let me finish this up. Let me finish this up. This is annoying. God, I hope this prop doesn't suck. All right. All right. Not horrible. Come on. Okay. All right. So, let me get the bottom ones tightened on here. God, I do not like this. There's just no other way to do this, though. Okay. I mean, it's not difficult. It's just supremely annoying. I don't like doing things when you can't see what you're doing. Okay, there we go. Yeah, see? That was so easy. What an easy thing to set up. So simple. It's not. I mean, this isn't like extremely difficult. Like, I've put together much more difficult props. Let's see how this works. I'm going to make sure the lid's on first. I'm going to use this. We'll do a first test with the lid on. Once again, there's a little button. You're going to put my there's a little button over here. Put the microphone by it. Can you hear that? We're going to put that on here. See, listen. So, as long as you hear that go down, that's good. But like, honestly, How is that supposed to actually work? For real? Okay. So you have to be really careful with this lid. Just because it's on here doesn't mean that the switch is disabled. I don't like that. Okay, anyways, let's fire this up and let's see what happens. So right here is the sensor. I'll turn this on and I'll remove this and then I'll wave my hand in front of the sensor. I'm a little nervous, to be honest with you. Okay. I think it's on. Lid off. Okay, lid's off. Oh, there we go. So I had the light switch off. Now you can see he or she is actually on.
Well, I'm sure relaxed. I found my happy place.
Okay, so her lights are always on. Interesting. All right.
Come on in. The water's high.
Okay.
Nelly, clearly it's already wine o'clock. No, wine is the answer. What was the question again? The barrel's a bit crowded, but I've got room for one more. I've been aging like a fine wine. Just a little decomposition. Who needs a glass when you got the whole barrel?
All right, so there you have it. This is Cabernet Casualty pop-up barrel skeleton thing. Honestly, I'm not like a drinking kind of person, so I'm not into the whole kind of wine world or that kind of thing. However, I love pop-up gags. I love pop-up props. And a lot of people out there are into the whole wine thing. So I think I'll keep this. I think a lot of people will think it's funny. I'll be entertained by it. It may even scare a few people. I'll probably have this out near the front of the tent because it's funny. It is. It's funny. She's funny. So I like it. I'll keep it. And now that I've put it together once, I know what to do to assemble it. But once again, I just want to let you know, Home Depot, we've known each other a lot of years, and I felt we had a better understanding on things. I just want to let you know that I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. I thought you knew better. I thought you were just better at your job. I get it. You didn't build this prop. Somebody else did. But, you know, I do hope, or I did expect that you guys would have just done a little better on this. Because most people haven't put together 50 props. This could be someone's first prop, I don't know. But these instructions absolutely suck. Suck. The labeling of the wires is non-existent. So, I'm just disappointed in you. That's all, just disappointed. You know what you did wrong. Please do better. And with that, happy Halloween, y'all. Home Depot, I'm not angry at you. I'm just disappointed.